Oh my God. Can I say some? Okay, before I spin the wheel, we are going to spin the wheel. We have to get to some things. Last night was Tarik's birthday. I guess yesterday. The whole day was Tarik's birthday, right? It's not just tonight. Yesterday was Tarik's birthday. And if you didn't watch, I wasn't live yesterday, but I did appear on someone's stream playing Valorant for Tarek's birthday. He did like a 10-man in-house, and I showed up on the stream for a bit to play with him. When the whole in-house was wrapping up, they were talking about going out to dinner. And I was and they all, like, everyone in the 10-man in-house knew about the dinner. Everybody knew about it. Everybody was like, yeah, we got the dinner later. And Tarek's like, oh yeah, the dinner. And I didn't know about the dinner. Right? And most people in this situation might be like, oh, okay, all right, I gotta go. I don't do that. I go, damn, the dinner. I'm freaking hungry. Man, my only plans tonight were to eat freaking Taco Bell, so I would love to go out a better dinner than that, seriously. And I begged for an invite. And you know what they all did? They all go, yeah, okay, and then say nothing. So I hang up, and then I eat a banh mi. I actually didn't get Taco Bell. I ate a banh mi. Okay. Then I get a call. I get a call from Tarik at, and I'm just gonna make sure I'm right about this. I get a call from Tarik at 8:39, and he I don't answer because I was busy. Then I get a text that's saying, "Come to dinner," all caps, now. That's what he said. Come to dinner now. Dinner was at 8:30. Yeah, you guys already know. The dinner reservation was for 8:30. I got a call at 8:39. And I'm like, this doesn't count as an invitation, by the way. I got to fucking drive over. But, you know, I'm thinking to myself, the last time Tarik asked me to dinner, I was a real pain in the ass. I said no. So I said, you know what? I'll come through. So I drive through. I get there. When I get there, there's like 7, 8 people. I don't know. There's like a full table. There's one spot that's kind of open that's filled with a bunch of trash. And they all turn. They go, Ludwig? That's the reaction. Ludwig? Like, what are you doing here? Like, you saw your teacher at a grocery store after school. And I was like, yeah, man. I was invited. Tarik's like, oh, I didn't think you would come. Again, not what you want to hear. Not what you want to hear from someone. And then, as I'm sitting down, the check arrives. Dinner's over. Dinner's over. They're looking at me like I'm a crazy person, paying the check. And within about 15 minutes of being there, we get up and walk out. And I'm like, this is the meanest thing that has happened to me in a while. Later on in the story, it will be the second meanest thing that has happened to me in a while. Because after dinner, you know, they're like, yo, you know what sounds lit right now? Karaoke. And me, with the vocal chops that I have, award-winning album, the new Mariah Carey of the 21st century, I'm like, yes, sir. Sign me up. They not like us. You get me? Sign me up. I'm going to go crazy there. But the big caveat is they all Ubered. I drove. Now, karaoke is generally a drinking activity. Right? You get a private room, you have the karaoke thing, you get some drinks flowing. I drove. So I'm not drinking. Okay? I'm babysitting a damn water in one beer to look cool to cheers it. That's it. While everyone else is getting drunk. Now, frankly, I actually don't even care because I like I don't have this mental block. I don't mind singing sober as hell at the karaoke bar as if I'm drunk. I don't mind. Welcome to the Black Parade comes on. I might as well be drunk. So I'm having a great time singing. I'm having a great time. Okay, we booked the room for 2 hours. It's going so well, they're like extended an hour. About halfway through the night, I realized drinks are flowing. There's an energy that's coming alive in this room. And I think we start talking about the specific Valorant game that we played earlier that day. Because they bring up a moment where I got an op shot on Mi-Young, and they go, by the way, that op shot wasn't cool. Mi-Young's computer crashed at that moment, so she wasn't even moving. And I'm like, and I hear this, and I say, you can probably guess the first thing I say when they accuse me of not being a gamer. Because that's what it was. They were basically saying, you're not a gamer. This op shot you hit wasn't even cool. And I was like, okay, first off, where is this coming from? Second off, you are talking to the gamer of the year. Yes, you got it, Captain. You're talking to the gamer of the year. Okay? So how about you show a little bit of respect? That was my first mistake. Because slowly everyone started calling me gamer, and then they dropped the mer. And a group of people who I didn't think had this dog in them just started calling me gay. Okay? It doesn't help that Defying Gravity comes on and I'm killing every note. It doesn't help. But, you know, it's a fantastic song. So I got to crush my notes when they come up. So now I'm getting bullied. By the way, I'm getting bullied by people that have no business bullying me. I'm getting bullied in person, and I realize it's maybe I have sown these seeds and now I'm reaping. Okay? Sometimes you reap even when you don't sow. I know I sow these ones because I'm mean to these people online. They were mean to me in person, I think, as revenge. Okay? We're talking the Fuzzlies. We're talking the Myungs. We're talking the Yvonnes. Now, that's to be expected. What I didn't expect was Tina Kitten, bro. Tina Kitten, in another life, could have been the meanest human to ever exist. My lord. Just as an example, I drove Tina to the karaoke spot. My car, I don't talk about this car. I have too much, but I have a Mazda Miata. Okay, it's a small, from the 90s, Mazda Miata. Looks very cute. And she gets in and she goes, "Wow, you like Dunkin' Donuts a lot?" Because there's a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts bags on the floor. I'm like, "Yeah, it's okay. It's whatever. It's embarrassing, but yeah, I just like it. It's so convenient food." And she goes, "Wow, this car's so small." I'm like, yeah, it is small. It is small. Thank you very much. And she's like, "It's so cool. You can feel every bump." And I'm like, "Yeah, you can feel every bump. That's true. That is true. It's not really a perk, but it is true about it." My car has the pop-up headlights, but it's a little broken, so one of the headlights just winks. And she goes, "That's so cool that it winks." And I'm like, that's not a feature. That's not a feature as much. Anyway, the night's wrapping up, okay? And first off, real quick aside, Tarik picks the final song because it's his birthday night. I want you to just take a guess at what he picked as the final song. And I promise you, even though there are almost 13,000 people in here right now, not one of you are going to get it correctly because he picked just the worst song you could ever pick. I'll just let you guys marinate for a few moments. Some of you guys are actually throwing out options that I would consider good, right? Even Tequila as a joke would have been better than this. No, you know what he did? He did 50 Cent, Candy Shop. Nobody knew the words outside of the chorus. Not one person. Tarik was also low-key an asshole during this because, you know, like Fuseli's a Disney adult. Same with Yvonne. So they kept doing Disney songs. Same with Tina, right? They're all doing Disney songs like Tangled and shit and Wicked and Frozen. And every time it comes up, like he didn't even know a Mulan song. Like I'll Make a Man Out of You comes on. He goes, "Oh, what's this? This is that Disney movie, no? Pixar's the one that makes like the better Disney movies, no?" And so I'm explaining this all to him. And at one point, he kind of like as I'm explaining, like, you know, Wicked, like the musical, he's like, "Oh yeah, I guess that's pretty cool if you're into that stuff. Like I respect it if you're into that stuff." Like what do you mean by that, Tarik? What do you mean if you're into that stuff? What's that all about? No, I guess if you kind of like that shit, it's not me, but I respect it, I guess. So anyway, look, let me wrap up this story. The way it ends is we are wrapping up. We're walking outside, okay? And as we're walking outside, Myung turns to me. She goes, and she's a little drunk. She goes, "Rock, paper, scissors for everything." And I look at her and I go, "For everything?" And she's like, "For everything." And I'm like, "Okay, but this is for everything." And you know me, best of 3, RPS. Who's gonna come out on top? Okay. I'm asking, I go, "You watch anime the past month?" She's like, "Mm-hmm." I'm like, boom. Rock, paper, 2-0. I win everything. And I'm leaving this going, oof, this is a great thing to have in my back pocket. I go to get in my car. Before I get in my car, Myung has like whispered into everyone else's ears that she lost everything. She's like in shambles. She's like, "I lost everything. I lost everything." And Tarik comes over, okay, trying to become roommate of the year. And he's like, "Where are you going?" And then Tina walks over. She goes, "Come on, gay boy. And Elam starts holding me by the shoulders, and they're going, you gotta play one more time before you can leave. And I'm like, what is going on here? I'm getting accosted physically trying to leave the premises. And Tarik's like, well, nope, before you leave, you have to go against me. And I'm like, what are the rules? And he goes, it's double or nothing. If you win, you get to keep everything. If you lose everything. And I go, that's not what double or nothing is. And then Elam's like, it is. And I'm like, you're right, it is. My bad. Because I see Tina in the corner of my eye, ready to do a hate crime. And I'm like, okay, I gotta buckle here. So I do RPS, round 1, lock it down. Easy dub. Okay? We go paper, he goes paper. Second time I go paper, he goes paper. Then I think ahead of things. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go scissors, I'll go rock. Works out immaculately. Rock beats scissors, 1-0. Second one, I go, he's not going paper here. I go rock again. Bad bitch like Tarik, might have been drunk, goes paper again. It's 1-1. I go, surely he doesn't go paper a third time. It would be insane. It would be insane. Then I think, he will go paper again. He's drunk. He's stupid. I go scissors. I didn't even know he knew how to make this shape. He pulls out a rock. I lose 2-1. They all celebrate and walk away as if I wasn't even there to begin with. They just cheer like she won the lottery. All she did is get her stuff back and then just walk away. I did not lose everything. I just didn't win everything. I get to keep. She just doesn't lose everything, just to be clear. And then I get in my car and I drive home. As I'm driving home, last part of the story, Blau, when we first got to karaoke, forgot his ID, had to drive back home, get his ID, and then come back. I let him use my car to do this because he had not drank at this point in the night. Right before I leave, Blau shows me a video of him peeling out with my car, just burning out the tires. I'm driving home with bald-ass tires. I'm shaking on the road like this. I'm half a beer deep, and I'm driving like I'm drunk because I got bald-ass tires because Blau decided to drift my fucking Miata to go grab his ID. So anyway, moral of the story is, if you ever see me be mean to these online, just know what they do to me offline, man. Just know what they do to me, bro.